Good morning, traders. So let's have a look at the DAX and see where we are there. For me, the DAX is a little bit of no man's land right now. We still have this weekly divergence, okay? You see how price is making a new low. And the other thing is that we are, from a Fibonacci perspective, we are kind of in between the 76.4 and 61.8 on the weekly. So obviously we need to wait for this weekly bar to complete to know what's actually going on. But as it's setting up now, it's looking like we'll be moving to the downside. So we'd have to break above, well, firstly the high of last week. We'd have to break above there. We'd have to break above the 76.4, which coincides with these tails here, for us to have a chance of attacking the previous high, all-time high. Now, so that's what we see on the weekly. On the daily, for all intents and purposes on the daily, Ichimoku is saying we're going to the moon. So everything is rock solid. We are going up. But from a price action perspective, we broke through this previous breakout retest here. Okay. And I just want to draw another line here because this is critical. So this day's previous high, you can see how we've tried to break through it 1, 2, 3 days in a row now. And we haven't really got any traction. Okay, so to me, this trend line that I've drawn in here at the moment, slightly out, this could very well be a new high. Okay, so we've got a spinning top and we have a confirmation bar of the spinning top that formed yesterday. So this pattern that you see here is, let's use a circle. It's not ideal. It's not something which jumps out at me, but that is a potential reversal pattern that has formed. And why I say it's not ideal is you can still see there's lots of buyers here. So there's buyers on that tail, buyers there, buyers there. So there is still quite a few buyers at this area. So it's not 100%. Okay. There's no wedges. There's no breakout patterns, other breakout patterns forming. We are at a pretty big level. And what I do want to do is just have a look at the monthly quickly. A lot of times when we get to these levels, okay, so we do have a monthly level here, which was that previous high. But if you look at this on a monthly basis, okay, you'll see you have a potential massive head and shoulders forming. So there is an attempt at a high, pullback, attempted a new high, it was successful, created a double top, pulled back, and now we're attempting to make another high. So if we do break above there, obviously it'll continue, but if not, there is potential for a problem. But there's no real monthly levels there, okay? Get down to daily. So, and you can see how this monthly level coincides with this daily level that I had. Okay, so I'll just delete that. So this is pretty much looking like a turn at the moment. Let's just get down to the 4 hour. And from an Ichimoku perspective, you can see how Chico span is starting to go sideways to downwards, coming to price. What we'd be looking for is a break of price, and also we want to cross over here, and we need a twist. So that's quite a few candles away from what I can see from an Ichimoku perspective. So if you wait for Ichimoku, you'll probably miss out on a bit of the move. But I think for me, you also need to bear in mind that price needs to break through the cloud, and we're 220 points away from the cloud. So there's still a lot of support here for price. So there's nothing really that's standing out. I do see a bit of a potential flag forming here. just copy that. Okay, so there is a potential flag forming here. 1, 2, 3 pushes. So this could be a flag brewing. I think this level here, this daily level that we have here, is key. If we get below this and we close below this in the 4 hour, I think you can start expecting some attacks to some of the lower levels. Anyway, let's get to the hour, just see if we can see any decent setups for today. Okay, so from the hour perspective, Ichimoku is starting to turn bearish. We've had a twist. Okay, Span has broken through price. We're in the cloud. It potentially could break through price here. Price is below the cloud, and we've had a bearish crossover between Tekenson and Kejensen. There is also, so we've had 1, 2, 3 attempts at this level. Okay, so we've had 1 push down, 1 push up, 2 pushes down, 2 pushes up, 3 pushes down. Okay, so if you're familiar with Elliott's wave and with all the other wave theories as well as your Ichimoku wave theories, you'll see that there is potential for something to happen here. We've had 3 attempts at this level. So my bias is slightly to the downside. I don't think we're going to get more upside at this stage. We could get consolidation. That's very possible. So we just move sideways in a broader range. Or alternatively, we're going to have a retracement. Now, I don't believe we will have a complete meltdown, although anything's possible. But I do believe we'll probably have a retracement. And the retracement levels, I'll put them here. That to me would be the first logical one, which is the daily Tekenson, sorry. And the next one would be the cloud and Kejensen. And if we fail at this level and fail the 200 EMA, then I suspect we'll start looking for the bottom again. But as it stands now, we've had a really strong move up. So it would make sense to either consolidate or pull back slightly, get a fair retracement, and then move to the upside. Now, the ideal setup would be as follows. So the ideal setup would be to the 50-60% range, which is right here on the cloud and the daily Kejensen. Okay, because they would give us a 50% retracement, which would be pretty cool, and then consolidate for an attack at the high and then create new all-time highs, and off we go. So that's kind of the ideal setup right now. But I think for me, I will stick to the shorter time frames today. Probably be trading 6-minute time frames, to be honest with you. Because if you look at the 15-minute, you can see how we moved to the downside. Buyers stepped in here at around 3 o'clock. Buyers did step in, and then we just went sideways. So I suspect more of the same. Maybe a little bit of a bounce up, and then we pull down to meet this flag line here. Okay, so just a quick summary of what I'm looking for today. I'll be watching the behavior of price around Kejensen and Tekenson on the hour to see if we stay below. If we stay below Tekenson, then the trades are below. This is the beauty about how the DAX behaves with Ichimoku. So if we stay below Tekenson and Kejensen here, so just use Kejensen as an example, your entry would be on the break here, and you could run a stop above there or above the Kejensen, which is 29 points, or more conservative, be above the cloud, which is 58 points. So that's kind of, if you use Ichimoku as your trading strategy today on the hour, you've got some really low risk stop losses, to be honest. But I think, yeah, my bias is the downside, but I'll just wait for price action confirmation and see if we get some bearish price action before committing to a short. Anyway, that's what I'll be doing today. Hope it helps, and I'll catch you later.